We do know that fragmentation and inequality are harmful to democracy. As youth workers or informal educators, we're committed to democracy. We will be committed to reducing social and economic inequality. And so therefore that has to be, we have to seek out ways in which we can do that. We're obsessed with the problem of poverty and we ignore the problem of greed. In other words, one of the things that youth workers ought to start doing is working with young people from wealthy, rich backgrounds. Not leaving, not ignoring them, but positively going out and making contact with them in order to try and make them and help them understand that inequality damages them as much as it damages the poor. It damages them because it gives them a narrow social focus, it gives them an inability to communicate and share with their fellow citizens, and it damages them because it closes off, it closes them down against the humility that we need to understand that we all must learn. And having the confidence to take on the rich and powerful, and explaining and challenging what they do and why they do it. And youth workers have often fled from working with the rich, the privileged and the educated because it's easier to work with those with nothing. They're very happy with what they're offered or grateful for what they're offered and not less likely to ask the difficult intellectual questions. Why should I pay taxes? It's not a question the poor ask. It's a question the rich ask. But if you can't persuade them to be willing taxpayers, you're not going to get any money to address the social problems we need.
So as Poplar Harker, as an organisation, housing association, our strength is in our community regeneration. I was explaining to you earlier, yes, we can build a flat. We can build lots of flats in a tower block. You move people in there. But if you don't help those people living in that flat, those blocks become ghettoized 4, 5, 6, 7 years down the road. If you can't help people who are living there with employment, with training, those opportunities, then they're still here. They haven't moved along with that. Most multi-million pound companies, corporate organisations have what we call the social responsibility agenda. There's different ways of that social responsibility. And sometimes we need to be challenging some of these big companies to say, well, from your view, social responsibility is giving me 50 of your staff for one afternoon to come and clean my garden, but actually that's not going to get me anything. Why don't you give me those 50 people over 50 weeks, one person for 5 hours each day, and then they can come and work with 2, 3 people. That's more important for us.